3, 2, and 1. Welcome to Chat in Action. We're back.
Check. We're back. Happy to be back.
UFC Fight Night 169.
Benavidez versus Figueredo. The story today. Figueredo missing weight by 2.4 pounds for a title fight. That's crazy. But we talked about this yesterday. We think that he may have known he was probably going to miss weight waking up for weigh-in. You know, because his coach and his team probably weighed him, you know, that day or the day that morning, and knew he was overweight. So they probably tried to put him in the sauna and get him down, try to lose that water weight. But once they saw that he was still 2.4 pounds overweight, they probably talked it out and figured that they did as much as they could to have him cut weight, you know, previous to that. That's probably why he didn't take the second weigh-in.
Yeah, he probably knew it was too little, too late.
Yeah, it was still too much for him to lose.
Ooh,
which is crazy.
Look at that though. 9 first-round finishes coming from Figueredo.
Yeah, he's a great fighter. It's a shame he missed weight in this situation for the flyweight title like this.
Yeah, it's a shame because he's not going to be cutting weight anymore, and if he has struggled already in the past, you know, maybe you should have moved up a weight class a while ago. Yeah, you know.
Because it makes this fight seem like just a waste, because it makes it seem like he's not going to try. You know, if he gets caught in a submission, he might just tap early just to preserve his health for his move up to bantam. Because then he said he's going to move up to bantamweight.
Yeah, he's done cutting weight now. Yeah.
So if he gets caught in a submission by Benavidez, he might just tap early. You know, he might not try. He might try to take as little damage as he can.
I don't know. I think he still wanted to, you know, go for the win despite
try and preserve
being ineligible for the title. You know,
I guess, but I don't know. It brings a different feel to this fight. There was previous to the weigh-in, for me anyway, there was a sense of excitement for this fight. It was like, we're gonna have a new flyweight champion. There's gonna be a new king of the flyweight. Yeah, we still might, but it seems like this match almost seems like a wash at this point because, you know, Figueredo might not be totally into it.
I think he'll be into it.
I don't know. It feels different. There's a different atmosphere for me anyway than what it was when I first heard about this fight and wasn't anticipating this fight, was excited for it. But it still could be a good fight. These guys could put on a good show for the main event. Both of these guys very, very prolific strikers, very scrappy dudes at flyweight. Yeah, very good records. You know, obviously the 1 and the 3 seed in rankings, you know, they deserve to be where they're at. You know, they didn't get there by nothing.
No.
You know, Benavidez was the 2, knocking out the number 1 previous to me, and Figueredo just having some impressive submission wins and knockouts to boot in his last couple go around. So
yeah, looking at Benavidez's record, he's pretty much right how do you say this? Righted all his wrongs. Yeah, let's see.
It seems like after every loss, he comes back super strong. He bounces back well from it. I mean, there you see fighting.
Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. I'm thinking of another fighter because
he lost to Dominic Cruz twice. One unanimous and one split. Oh yeah, and he lost to Mighty Mouse twice. Wow, that's got to be.
Yeah, I'm thinking of someone else.
Is that Showtime Pettis he lost to too?
No,
is it different Pettis?
His younger brother.
Oh. Okay.
I think he's now in Bellator.
But still beat Alex Perez, Dustin Ortiz, you know. And,
who's here? Formiga.
And Formiga was the former number 1 that he beat for Benavidez to move up to number 1. So
he beat Cejudo.
Like I said, after a loss, he comes back. He comes back heavy. You know, see, there's the loss there to Mighty Mouse, the second one, and he comes back with a 6-win streak. And then a loss, and then he's back on a 3-win streak. So he bounces back well from a loss.
Even after getting, you know, knocked out too. Mm-hmm. But Benavidez is a force to be reckoned with.
And been in the UFC for a while. When did that say? 2013?
2011.
2011 he's been in the UFC. And he's been going strong in the UFC ever since. So he definitely deserves this opportunity. And Figueredo, obviously, much of the same. Only one loss on his record.
Yeah, and that's against Husia Formiga, who Benavidez has actually beaten. We might have mentioned that. But, I mean, yeah, I would like to see if Joseph Benavidez wins, I would like to see another rematch with Formiga. Maybe I don't know who else really. This division's kind of
It's
not in shambles.
It's
not
getting
yet.
close to it.
Yeah, it's almost cursed, and it
division,
still might
yeah.
be depending on how tonight plays out. I mean, you got up and comer Askar Askarov,
I
Brandon
like
Marino,
Askarov a
who's
lot.
pretty nice.
Don't know who that is really.
Kai Kara France, who's
Alex Perez is down there.
yeah.
Tim Elliott, surprisingly, still at 11 despite his interesting record
of 15-10.
But hey, I mean, I guess. All right, here we go. First fight of the night.
Yeah, we haven't taled much about that either.
Grant Dawson versus Derek Minner. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
But both these guys submission just. I dare to say submission gurus at this point. I mean, Minner is 21 of his 24 fights have come by. Or 24 wins, excuse me, have come by way of submission. 21 of them. That's wild to have
That's really
majority
impressive.
of your fights, come through submission.
Especially, it's hard enough to finish your opponent, but to submit them, that's another
just
thing.
Outwork 21 different people on the ground, and get them into a submission situation like that, and be able to sink it in enough to.
And Grant Dawson's similar, but he has 10 finishes, 10 by submission.
Yeah, 14 total wins, 10 by submission, and 3 by TKOs. Yeah, and 1 loss by TKO as well. Yeah, both these guys are something else. Yeah, both come from BJJ backgrounds, so you definitely see the style in their fights. Grant Dawson 5-0 in his last 5 fights. He's on a good little tear there. And
he's shredded. He's big.
He's very big for fighting at. Were they fighting at Bantam, right?
Bantam or featherweight.
Featherweight. Yeah, fighting at featherweight. Dawson is a big fella, and Minner too, decently sized too for fighting at featherweight. Yeah, we might see a lot of ground game on this, but both these guys, especially Minner, not afraid to strike. He's a big striker.
Starting early with those calf kicks.
Yeah, I think they're just getting a feel for each other. One thing I like about Dawson. Oh,
nice
wow,
trip there.
Nice,
going in
nice
early
catch
for a choke.
by Minner.
Standing guillotine. Knees to the body here.
Minner's changed level by Dawson though.
Minner's got him. He might have this choke in.
Minner is going relentlessly.
He's only got
for this
one
choke.
arm in. He doesn't have it quite secured yet, but this is really close.
Oh, wow.
He could still secure this.
Oh,
there we go.
Dawson popping out of it. I was going to say before all that crazy shit happened, one thing I like about Dawson is he's very talkative. If we get to the end of this round, which may or may not happen, you'll see when most fighters sit and their coach is telling them, what they see, they just sit there and they're quiet and they listen.
But
Dawson
will
talk it out with his coach. He'll be like, look, this is what I saw. This is what I think we should do. And his coach will either agree or disagree, give his input. That's what I like the most about Dawson is that's very different for a fighter to see. It's just how talkative he is. He loves to talk it out with his coach. He loves to talk out a game plan. Instead of sitting there quiet, just stunned the whole time. Dawson will say, "Yeah, I agree," or "No, this is what I saw during the fight."
Right. This is playing on exactly as we expected it with two specialists here in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, Minner able to secure a nice guillotine, but Dawson, being this submission guy, knowing to break out of it. Oh, a triangle. Dawson gonna lift him or sit on top of it? Looks like he'll sit on top of it.
Dawson might be able to grab Minner's back here. Nope.
Ooh,
back
good
down
takedown by Minner. Just lifted Dawson's leg straight up in the air, getting him super off balance. Another guillotine.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness. Dawson able to scramble out of it. This is just submission after submission from Minner. He's looking to really seal this one in the first round.
Oh, he might have it this time.
This one looks locked in. This one looks so locked in.
Oh, this is bad. He might have it.
Can Dawson scramble out?
He doesn't look. Oh,
that looks locked.
Yeah, the way he's trying to turn out of this, he looks like he's in good shape. He might be able to pop out.
Dawson able to work, just scramble away.
Still turning. Minner's got this in, but Dawson might be in good
Dawson
shape here.
moved himself into a much better position here in side control. It's probably allowing him to breathe more.
There we go. Now Dawson's
Wow.
free.
Very nice. Just submission attempts by Minner, just being relentless. But Dawson, he will scramble out of every one of them.
That helps knowing, having the same background as your opponent,
He
knowing
had the
what.
BJJ style and
Yeah.
both being submission guys, knowing not only how to secure the submission, but how to break away from it as well.
Dawson with side control here.
Let's see if he can get something rolling. Most of this fight, Minner has been the much more aggressor. He's had 4 or 5 submission attempts already in the first round.
Yeah.
So
And
Dawson may look to get something rolling here.
Yeah, he's barely able to evade these submission attempts.
Yeah, one thing I saw from Minner watching his last fight is he is very relentless in his striking. He's very just so fast, so just so quick in everything he does. He wants to do it so quickly, but that may gas him too. That may get him tired in
Right.
the later rounds.
It clearly shows here that Minner is probably more of the established BJJ guy here, given that Dawson hasn't been given a chance to try and go for any submissions yet. He's able to keep control here and side mount, but not able to do much. It's kind of they're kind of tangled right now.
One way I thought this fight would go is I thought Minner would want to keep it standing more because from watching each of these fighters' last fights, Minner has a much better stand-up game than Dawson. Dawson is a very slow striker. If this fight ever gets back to standing, you'll see it in his punches and in his kicks. They seem slow. It seems like he's almost throwing them underwater. But when Dawson gets the ground game and into the wrestling, that's where he really shines. That's where his bright spots are.
Shots to the body here from Dawson. Doing what he can in top position. Minner's got another submission attempt here.
Another
He's got
guillotine. This is the 3rd or 4th one we've seen so far.
Big shots. Some big ground and
big.
pound coming from Dawson right now for the last 10 seconds here. Got Minner's back.
Minner's just covered up now.
And
Get the rear naked locked in, but it might be too little too late. The
Yep.
round. Wow. Exciting first round from both of these guys. It's about what we expected coming from these two. Their BJJ backgrounds and both of them fairly young. Well, I don't know about Minner might be older, but I think Grant Dawson is fairly young, might be looking to really establish himself here. Grant Dawson only 26 and Minner only 29, which is interesting having the records that they have at those ages, especially Minner having
over 30 fights.
over 34 fights and only being 29 years old is amazing. But another thing from Minner, I believe this is his UFC debut. I believe he's only had one UFC fight ever. Well, technically not really a UFC fight, only in Dana White's Contender Series.
Wow.
Yeah, this is his technical UFC debut here for Derek Minner with all those fights. Yeah, and in his Contender Series, he was caught in a submission. I believe it was to a triangle choke he was caught in.
Hey, look at that. Anthony Smith and Kamaru Usman. Round 2 starting now.
We'll see if we'll see more stand-up or if it'll just be more of the same, just a lot of ground game, a lot of wrestling.
I have a feeling it'll get back down to the
Brazilian
ground.
Jiu-Jitsu style here.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch Dawson throw these kicks and these punches. He just seems very slow.
You think he's more of a counter puncher in that regard then?
He might be more of a counter puncher, but he might be
standing guillotine?
looking more towards a takedown. Wow, Minner's loving these guillotines. He's
takedown.
trying to get in a lot of them.
He might have it now. I don't think he's going to let go.
Oh,
He's
nope,
saying
Dawson
he's good.
gave a
Yeah, he's
thumbs
giving the
up.
thumbs up.
We'll see if that remains.
He barely got it locked right now. Yep, there he goes. Dawson slid
Dawson
out.
slipped right out. We're
Right into
back on the ground.
full mount, though. That was very impressive to slide in there.
Dawson was able to mount a little something in the end of the first round. Let's see if he can transition that into this round.
I think what Dawson needs to do is pin Minner up against the cage, or even probably even better yet, take him out to the middle of the mat and, establish top mount if possible and, hit him with some ground and pound because I think that's where Dawson's going to excel here. Minner is too good with his submission game, and he's really shown it here tonight with how many times he's been able to trap Dawson.
Minner in a very compromising position, though. His legs are completely straight. Dawson really able to take away from his explosiveness on the ground. But, has his back, and Dawson seems very locked into this position.
Yeah, being able to wrap your legs around his body like that is super key. Oh, neck crank here. He might have it. That was it. Dawson tapped.
Minner tapped.
Made Minner tap. Yeah. Holy shit.
Wow, that did not even seem like it was locked in. It looked like Minner had his chin tucked under, but it might have just been too much pressure. Minner might have been tired, might have been gassed from all those attempts in the first round there.
Yeah,
but he just got caught too quick.
Lost his breath.
Wow. Minner had so many attempts.
Nice neck
in
crank.
submission with the guillotines and the triangle and everything, but Dawson able to pull away here with a submission win.
Yeah, since he locked his legs around around Minner's body and able to pretty much keep him stationary, and then get his back like that, he was able to secure that like a neck crank near he could choke, maybe a
Minner's
bulldog
chin is
choke.
right under that, but I think Dawson was that's just too much force, just ripping against his chin like that. That
was
Minner
awesome.
tap.
Nice submission there from Dawson.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, that's more or less what we expected from these two guys, is a submission victory. We knew it had to end one way, but the matter of
who was going to submit
who and how was really the only thing in question. That was a very good fight by both these guys. Minner, again, showing that relentlessness, but that comes at a price too, because Dawson able to catch him and take advantage of it. Very nice at featherweight there.
It reminds me of at least the first round did Poirier versus Holloway when Dustin had Max in a rear naked choke, but Max held in there because it was the end of the round and didn't tap. And so it's always those rounds that it's like, man, if there was more time,
or
Dustin would have won.
If they got it just a little sooner,
right?
It could have ended so differently.
Yeah, and I think Max still lost that fight. Or no, sorry, Max had Dustin in a rear naked choke. I apologize because I'm remembering this wrong. But now, because Max would have won, but Dustin still came back and won by, I believe, split or unanimous decision. It's like they're almost so equal in that regard, and I feel like that was almost what we saw here tonight with Dawson and Minner.
Yeah, and the UFC just keeps getting better and better at finding these matchups that just seem to be so well with each other, you know. And these two guys, Grant Dawson and Derek Minner, seem to be such a perfect fight to make. Both these guys submission dudes, coming from the BJJ background, both pretty scrappy guys, especially on the ground. That this was a great matchup that the UFC made. They really saw something in both these fighters to make this match come together, and it showed. It was a very good match.
There we go. I thought that was a neck cranker, perhaps like a bulldog choke, but
categorized as rear naked. But
yeah,
very very good showing by Grant Dawson. Again, very young fighter, only 26 years old. So
6-fight win streak, now 15-1, 11 finishes.
I'm sure we'll see more out of this kid going forward, especially in featherweight or not featherweight, flyweight. Sorry.
No, featherweight. You were right.
I was right the first time.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, we'll see more. Hopefully, we'll see more from him in featherweight. It's always good to see submission guys come through the league and come through UFC. It's always a nice change of pace, especially submission guys who are this fun to watch. But I feel like like I said, watching Grant Dawson's last fight, he didn't seem to be a quick striker. So I feel like if he was matched up against a very big striker, very heavy-handed striker, that he may struggle in that regard, but he
Yeah.
always has his wrestling and his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to rely on. So there's Aljamain Sterling right
There he
there.
is, the number 2.
Rightfully so at that number 2 position.
Not for long.
He's something to watch. Yeah,
If he
we'll
fights
see.
Peter Yan, man, I
Yeah,
don't
we'll
know.
see. We'll see against Peter Yan. Both of us are big on Peter Yan. He's our
Yan's a
guy.
beast.
He's our guy in that division.
They make that fight, man. Whoever. I don't think it was right of Cejudo to call out Jose Aldo and get that fight because he's on a 2-loss streak. And
Jose Aldo's he's getting up there.
yeah, he's past his prime.
He's coming past his prime.
And even though he might have beat Marlon Moraes like that, and Marlon Moraes is definitely a fucking killer, it was a roll of loss. I don't see how you'd want to fight him.
But again, you never know. Jose Aldo could pull out something here against Cejudo.
I believe it's going to take
really
place
take
in
it to
Brazil. So if that's the case, that's going to be huge, fighting in his home country like that.
Yeah, he's really going to want to bring it.
I wonder if that's been established yet. Nope,
There's the
not yet.
Khabib one.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That's
Tony Ferguson in April. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Dude, we are.
Uriah Hall's on that card too in the co-main.
Oh yeah, the middleweight Ronaldo Souza
Nice.
fighting.
Good co-main there.
We have a
And
month.
Jessica Andrade too in women's strawweight in the third fight there. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, that's the Andrade Namajunas 2 fight. That'll be exciting. Yeah.
Ben Rothwell in there too. He's got a record on him, 37-12 for Ben Rothwell.
49
Good Lord.
fights. Man, that's a stacked main event.
That's a big name card right there.
Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a minute. 10 fights? That's not right. They can't have 10 fights on
One of those
card.
One of those might be a couple of those might be in the prelims because they don't show any prelims
Yeah,
there.
they
so
haven't established
they may have,
it yet.
Yeah, they may have established these fights, but not who's doing what.
Jeremy Stevens versus Calvin Kattar will be a great matchup. I fully expect Calvin to win that. He had a pretty good fight against Zabit Magomedsharipov. The last matchup, Magomed was able to turn up at the end and keep it together to outstrike Calvin, but Calvin was still looking good in later rounds, and I fully expect him to make a comeback and be a threat for the featherweight division.
Yeah. We're getting ahead of ourselves though here in the Khabib fight. This is all the way in April,
I know.
so
yeah, that's a month and a half away.
we got time to prepare for that fight.
Yeah,
Get ready for it, but it's
for
definitely
sure.
going to be one to look out for.
That's
going to be a fun one.
Focusing on tonight, though, next fight we have is Megan Anderson versus UFC newcomer Norma Dumont. Megan's been in the UFC for quite a while with some notable wins. Have Kat Zingano on there, Amanda Bell, and Charmaine Tweet.
She's also fought. Her last one came against Zara.
Zara Fan dos Santos.
Santos.
Yeah, who's coming up later on the card.
Who's also fighting Felicia Spencer, who is another person that Megan Anderson fought.
And yeah, she lost to him there, as
lost
well
to
as
her,
Holly Holm.
So yeah, Megan definitely with some notable fights, especially two women that are fighting later on.
Yeah, record's 10-4, not bad. Norma's undefeated.
But a relative unknown. I mean, like I said, I couldn't find any video on her fighting anything really. I mean, she fought mostly, her 4 fights were mainly in Brazil.
Weren't they all? You said they were all in Brazil?
They were all in Brazil. She's got 2 submission wins and 2 decision wins. So it'll be interesting to see the newcomer come here and see if she can take it. She can make some noise in the women's featherweight division.
Yeah, potentially. I know Megan Anderson really towers over Norma, so that might play a very key part in this fight coming up.
Norma's 6 foot, Norma's 5'7". Megan is 6 foot. My apologies. Yeah. So that's definitely
reach.
towers over. She towers over a lot of fighters.
Yeah.
So she's a very, very long fighter. Both, I'm assuming, I'm not sure much for Norma, but I know Megan is primarily a striker, 3-2 in her last 5 fights. So yeah, actually fought her last fight was in UFC 243 actually, the Whitaker versus Stylebender
Ah, that's right.
fight was actually her last fight where she
Yeah.
fought Zara and she won. She won a
That was a
pretty
close fight, if I remember correctly.
yeah, she's got a good change of pace and her fighting. It, she's good with striking and takedowns. So it'll be fun to watch her, especially for being so tall
Yeah,
in
she's
the
gonna
women's division
tower
at a
over
six
her.
footer. Yes, there's that triangle
Oh, again. Oh, that's right. She
against
finished her.
Zara. Yeah, she
Yeah,
finished her
that's right.
with a submission and a very good finish too. She was Zara came in hot in that fight. She came in strong, just a lot of striking, and she did get top position and she had good position, but she just got caught in that triangle by Megan. So that might be something that Norma might have to look out for if she's also a submission person. I mean, I know she has 2 submission wins, so she might have to be careful because Norma has that ability, or sorry, Megan has that ability too, to take it on the ground. And she is also a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Megan is.
Yeah, Megan is. So that might
It'll help.
play a factor into this fight. Yeah. Like I said, no information on Norma really. I mean, relative unknown. She's got 4 fights, one by submission and decision. So yeah, not much further information on that fighter. Not much in the way of her striking either. I mean, they don't even have, her percentages on striking. Thrown versus what's landed. I mean, none of that information is available for Norma. So super unknown coming to this fight. I mean, I love doing my research on fighters, but I have no idea. I'm completely lost on this girl. So
We could see an upset here.
yeah, we'll have to see come the fight. I mean, she's probably gonna be Norma's probably gonna be the underdog in this fight versus Megan, but who knows? Anything could happen.
One key fight that Megan had was with Katzenganu. I wish they had ruled that a no contest. Um, given that it was an eye injury due to basically her toe hitting her eye. I mean, if it's an eye poke, isn't that necessarily always ruled a no contest?
Uh, not always. The UFC does have a track record of, especially John Jones in the early years. He had a lot of bad eye poke situations because he would always
DC too.
lead with an open palm.
Yeah.
Which is that's no knock on John Jones or anyone who fights like that. That might just be a style that they've come up on. A style that they're used to is leading with an open palm. Whereas in the UFC, that's looked down upon. And that's technically a penalty, and that's illegal to do. Even not even just having the open palm pointed towards your opponent.
Right.
Is not good. So
Yeah, I just wish they had rolled it a no contest because it was an accident. I don't know. It is what it is.
yeah, it's tough. I feel like the UFC never really wants to rule anything a no contest. They always want to see a finish from somebody, or
Or at least
they
have a
always want to
decision
have
made.
a concise winner. So it's especially for eye pokes, because Benavidez' last fight, he got eye poked.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't intentional. It was oh, who did he fight?
Formiga?
Formiga, yeah. And Formiga threw a right hand, and it just so happened that it glanced off of Benavidez' face, and his thumb was pointed out a little bit, and the thumb caught Benavidez on the eye and cut him open pretty good because he started bleeding almost instantly
Oh man.
and started wiping it away. But they talked about it in the fight too. Benavidez has I forget the guy's name, but his cut man that's in his corner is considered one of the best in the UFC, and he stopped that cut from bleeding for the rest of the fight. So
Impressive.
very good to have someone like that in your corner.
About to get underway here with Anderson versus Dumont. Featherweight in the women's division. I'm excited for what's next to come. Ion Kudalaba versus Magomed Ankalaev in the light heavyweight division. That should be an exciting fight.
Yeah, both interesting names, I gotta say, for those two guys.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always good to hear to hear either of the announcers say these people's names. You
Yeah,
know,
it definitely helps.
either Bruce Buffer
Joe
or
Martinez.
Joe Martinez. Yeah. Of course, the fan favorite is Bruce Buffer, because he really brings the excitement when he announces these fighters.
He's the
No
best.
knock on Joe Martinez. No, I like him a lot too.
I always forget Megan Anderson's from um, Australia, I believe, or New Zealand.
Yeah, she looks American.
Yeah, well, she fights out of Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, 6-footer in the women's division. That could serve her very well too. I mean, that's all using your length to your advantage. So I'm always surprised Stefan Struve isn't higher than he is.
Right.
In the heavyweight division.
Round 1 starting now.
Wow, even just squatted down, Anderson just towers over Dumont. But Dumont's got some beefy legs.
Yeah, she's definitely short but stocky.
She's very stocky.
And
Yeah.
Anderson's got to be careful here in the pocket. You don't want to get tagged by Dumont.
Yes, especially someone who's this unknown. I'm sure Anderson's camp found it hard to do any research on Dumont to perfect a game plan for Anderson because not much is known about her. She's had 4 fights ever. But she's very stocky. Wow.
She's got fucking tree trunks for
Yeah,
thighs.
she's got legs. So she might be not much on her, but she might be a very good wrestler. She might have some very nice takedowns here. But we'll see if she can get some on Anderson. It's always hard for a shorter fighter to take down the taller fighter. It's hard to get that better position.
Might get
Oh,
it
she
here though.
tried for
She's
the
trying.
trip.
She's got double underhooks.
She's got amazing.
Oh, she's
Very nicely locked in.
could have had
Anderson is just trying to turn away. She's trying every which way to turn and just can't break away from Dumont.
Yeah, meanwhile, Norma's putting good knees to Anderson right now.
Yep, staying active while grappling. She'll use the knees to wear down Anderson, and then she'll look for that takedown. Anderson doing whatever she can to break away here from Dumont. Just not working, Dumont. Very nice grappling here. Just stay with it.
Almost got the takedown.
Kind of a war of attrition here. They're kind of just at a stalemate. Anderson can't break away, but Dumont can't seem to land the takedown. Very nice by Dumont to just avoid the takedown and just roll right with Anderson. Just kind of walk with her and staying active here.
Trying to get this takedown.
Has the single leg. There it is. Right back to her feet, though. Still has that leg of Anderson.
Yeah, I think Norma's trying to really go all in here with the ground game because Megan just towers over there, and I feel like that height and reach advantage is going to become key for Anderson's striking.
Yeah, Dumont may continue to look for more grappling and more takedown attempts. She might not look to... Oh, she got popped by Anderson. That's it. Wow.
TKO.
She got absolutely popped.
Holy shit. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that didn't seem like that was going to happen, but wow, what a showing by Anderson. Again, and another just out of nowhere finish. Her last fight came just in a triangle choke that was just out of nowhere that she managed to land, and now this TKO finish.
You gotta wonder if that was a good matchup, though.
Yeah, with Dumont being such a unknown in the ring,
Oh, that clean straight
and Anderson
right.
being well established.
Yeah, I don't really agree with that matchup, given that this was their UFC debut, right?
Yeah, that's a tough fighter to.
Yeah, to go against Megan Anderson right off the bat.
The height, the reach, the experience advantage, every advantage over you possible.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe Dana White, maybe the boys in UFC saw something in Dumont, but whatever they saw wasn't enough to take down Anderson.
No, he's too experienced and overall outclassed her. The height helps.
Yeah, both just happened to throw at the same time, but of course Anderson being longer, her shot got there first. Yeah, that matchup you kind of. I guess there's always one in a UFC event where the matchup, because the last one, the Benzasoli versus De Lima fight.
Oh God.
Was one that you kind of question the matchup because, I mean, Benzasoli had never won a fight in the UFC. Granted, both of them were no contests, but he clearly lost both of them.
Right.
If you watch the videos, and I mean, DeLima, yeah, last fight he had before that he lost to Stefan Struve, but he took it to Struve and he rocked him in the first round. So there's always but I guess there's always gonna be a discrepancy. You can't always have the perfect matchup, you know.
No, but I think you could make a better one than that.
Yeah, this one anyway, you can make a much better one. Yeah, with Dumont not being an established fighter at all, only 4 fights really. So you gotta wonder where this was coming from, but still a good showing by Megan Anderson.
What's to come to next for her? Oh,
There are none.
nobody ranked
According to
besides the
UFC.
champion
Amanda
Amanda
Nunes.
Nunes.
You gotta think that's a tall order for anybody to go up against Amanda.
Yeah, I don't know who beats her right now. She's too damn good. Why do they have nobody ranked in women's featherweight?
I don't know, but if you go up, scroll up, because women's pound per pound top. Well, I guess that's all the women in every division.
Yeah.
I see Zhang Wei Li on there at 3.
Yeah, I don't see Megan anywhere. They don't have anyone ranked. That sucks. I think she's about to call out Amanda. I would like to see that. They haven't fought. I don't think Megan wins. But, anything's possible.
Yeah, it can be definitely can be a good fight. That's what they're talking about. Her next
Yeah.
may be for the belt. I mean, we'll see what's to come for Megan. She's got a good record. She's having a good go of it. You know, she's convincing wins in the early rounds. I think they're matching her up against people who she clearly outclasses. So I think they're just looking for that one good matchup for her to really show what she's got.
A rematch against Holly Holm would be nice to see. I know Holly's trying to stay active.
Mm-hmm.
And given that Megan lost to her, maybe she can right that wrong and get a victory over her if that fight can ever happen. I don't know.
There's
Zhang Wei Li.
Here's Zhang Wei Li.
So glad
The
she
woman
got her
herself,
visa.
She's yeah.
Well,
yeah.
her last name doesn't make sense the way you pronounce it. Jacek. There's a D in there and a Z.
Jacek, yeah. She's but this is a good matchup. I like this matchup with the both of them.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great style bender card.
I believe
Yep.
so. Yes, that's the
Next
that's the
weekend.
co-main. Next weekend, yeah,
boy.
we got a good UFC event.
I can't wait. You
Coming
guys
up.
are in for a treat.
We'll be doing everything, the early prelims all the way to the very final fight.
Yes,
And
we
my
will.
boys on that card,
Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley on the prelims. So it's been a long time he's been out. He'll be looking to come in. I have to do my research on Jose Alberto.
Don't even try.
Yeah, just I have to do my research on Jose because I don't know much about him. But even though Sean O'Malley's my guy, I'll never talk badly about someone. I'll rarely ever talk badly about someone's opponent, I should say, because you never know in the UFC. Anybody can catch anybody.
Right.
You know, we could see Ben Sassoli come through and knock out somebody in the heavyweight.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but you never know.
Not as the combat wombat.
He could get lucky, Or we could see Tim Elliott come flying through. What's he fighting? Bantam, right?
Something like no. It might be featherweight. I don't know. Anyway, I don't. No.
You don't foresee Tim Elliott running through the ranks?
No.
No. Hey, anybody can, like I said, I'll never, in combat sports, I never count anybody out. Anybody can knock out anybody. That's what I always say.
You can't knock out someone you don't throw a punch.
That's one punch he does throw, he might be able to catch him. All you got to do is catch one good shot right on the chin, and you can knock somebody out. So I never count anybody out. As good as a fighter may be, like as good as Stylebender is, I'm not gonna count out Yoel Romero. Never gonna, especially someone like Yoel Romero.
He's 42.
He's 42, yeah, but that dude, he's still dangerous. Still dangerous at 42.
It's amazing he can even get down.
Yeah, these guys are 6-footers.
Lost to
Yeah,
Robert
Yoel
twice,
is big.
which is controversial, and same with the Paulo Costa
Yeah,
fight.
both those decisions, yeah.
I can't believe Paulo Costa won by unanimous decision. That should have been split for sure. But
And then lost to Whitaker twice.
yeah, the second time, people think he won. But yeah, he's been through a lot of people: Derek Brunson, Brad Tavares, Tim Kennedy, Machida, Ronaldo,
guys
Chris
who are-
Weidman, and Luke Rockhold. Oh
None
my
of these
God.
guys are slouches. Those are all wars right there you see in that.
Most by
record,
KO
yeah.
too.
Yeah, those are some bad motherfuckers you see. Opponents, and he's come through them. I mean, he's done it. So clearly, the people he's gone through have gotten him to this point where he's able to fight for the title. But clearly, being 42 and especially in combat sports, you're well past your prime at that point.
Yeah.
Your prime is in your 30s.
But how much does that mean some? Because DC's
Again, yeah, DC is
what, 40, 41, whatever.
41.
And still putting it on.
Yeah.
Guess he's an exception.
Yeah, he is much of an exception. There are a lot of guys who have fought later through the years. Bob Sapp is still kicking around at, what is he, 40?
You use him as an
I know,
example,
yeah.
and I feel like he's not the one.
I like Bob Sapp.
You're his only fan.
I'm his only fan, yeah. I like Bob Sapp. I like the weird fighters, man. I like Bob Sapp. I like Charles Bennett. I know you don't know who Charles Bennett is, but
Nah.
But I like him. For those of you who know who Charles Bennett is, that's somebody to look up right there.
Why do you like him?
I like him. He's weird.
Why?
He's weird. Watch his fights. He's crazy. There's a reason his nickname is Crazy Horse.
He's lost 11 times in his last 11.
Yeah. But
40 losses.
Yeah, none of them have gone to decision. Well, one did. Two did.
How do you have over
Was it 40 plus fights?
72 fights?
He's got 30 wins and 40 losses.
2 draws.
I like him. That's my guy right there, Charles Crazy Horse Bennett.
Didn't you say he was in prison now?
I think he's in prison. Yeah, pretty sure.
I don't know. Oh, there's something.
Or was
about
that
crack cocaine? Something. Oh, his parents abused it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had
He's a rough
rough
a rough
childhood.
past, and it kind of shows in his. But yeah, I like the strange fighters, man. I like the weird guys out
You're
there.
not lying.
It's always fun to see the different guys, the people you've never heard of, people no one's really heard of. You gotta shout them out. Stipe is old too.
He's getting up there.
He's in his 40s.
I think he's 36. 37.
Oh, he's 37. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's getting up there.
Yeah, he's. I don't see him last much longer at the top.
I think when
unfortunately.
he ends up fighting Francis, it's not gonna go too well for him.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't go well for anyone.
Anyone
even though
who
he already
fights
beat
Francis.
him.
I'm telling you, Francis is that's my guy currently. Him and Shane O'Malley. Shane O'Malley for bantam and Francis for heavy. And Francis is, in my opinion, the dominant force for heavyweight. He is the guy.
He will be shortly.
He will be shortly. DC, I think, is coming to his end. As much as we love DC, and DC still being able to fight at a high caliber at his age, And DC's always fun to watch. I do like the friendship that DC and Khabib have. If you ever seen the videos of them,
Yeah.
it's always funny to watch them
While they're wrestling,
go
in
back
camp.
and forth. Yeah, so it's always a good friendship. A lot of guys look for friendships like that, especially guys who come from two different weight classes. Become fast friends. That are part of the same camp, part of the same team. I know City Kickboxing has a lot of those guys have very good friendships with each other. That's where Stylebender comes out of, and
Volkanovski,
Dan
Dan Hooker.
Yeah, Dan Hooker, Brad Riddle, who we just covered in the last UFC event.
That was a good one.
Very good one, yeah. So yeah, city kickboxing well represented with fighters. So it's always nice to see that little friendship that those guys have.
Yeah, and supporting each other. It's as opposed to the constant trash talking and disrespect you
I
see
think
across the sport.
you gotta have a friend like that, especially in combat sports, someone to keep you on the right track. You know, especially someone because Khabib is how old now? Early 31,
31.
yeah. So DC definitely his elder at 40, 41, right? For DC.
Yeah, 41 or 42.
40.
40.
Okay, yeah. So definitely his elder, definitely somebody who's been around plenty in the UFC. So someone that can keep Khabib on the right track. That video is funny right there. You talk about Khabib asked DC, who has the better jab, me or you? And DC's like, I taught you your jab. You didn't have a jab till you came to me. I taught you how to throw the jab. He's like, when I saw you in that fight, I saw you throwing the jab. I was like, that's my guy right there. I taught him that. So it's always fun to see
Their banter
the
is
friendship.
hilarious.
Yeah, they clearly have a good friendship, and both. I mean, I guess people like to stay with their own kind because they're both wrestlers. So I'm sure they like to stick together.
Oh yeah, for
Well,
sure. Yeah, that and they're both in AKA. Oh, I can't wait for
Yeah,
this
there's
fight
the
coming up.
Hulk right there. Ion Cutelaba.
Imagine another front kick from Ankalov.
Ankalov. Yeah, both these guys polar opposites in their striking. Ankalov, I almost said Antalov. Ankalov super patient, but Ion Cutelaba very aggressive. So here we go with the light heavyweight, and these two guys embody the light heavyweight division, especially Cutelaba. These two guys embody light heavyweight division, where it's got the power, but it also has the speed. It's got the quick knockouts, but it's got manpower here in the light heavyweight.
Ankalov, man, he's just so precise, and those kicks are just
He has
something to behold.
very nice combinations too. Very good, changing up his combinations. He's good 1-2, just light punches into like a high leg kick, or 1-2 into an uppercut. Very very good, very quick combinations. And Cutelaba just has the power, just the muscle to just outthrow his opponent.
Yeah, he looks pretty relentless. I have a feeling he's just going to come right out the cage like right away and
Like
try and rush him.
Either Cutelaba is going to be too much rush down for Ankalov to really take on, or Ankalov is going to be patient enough and be defensive enough to be able to catch Cutelaba with a counter. So we'll see when the fight begins. Cutelaba, his last 5 fights, he was 3-2, and Ankalov's last 5 fights, he was 4-1. So, one thing about Cutelaba is he has 12 TKO finishes, and they say he has a combat sambo style.
Yeah, I figured that much coming out of Dagestan. He looks like Khabib Sr. in a way. I'm super excited for this.
Yeah, Cutelaba also, they say he's been working on his cardio. They say his last couple fights, that's one thing that he struggled with was his cardio, but they say in his very last fight he had, that was something he was working on, was being able to maintain throwing those punches throughout 3 to 5 rounds. So we'll see how much that plays a factor in here. But judging from how these two guys fight, this may end in 1 or 2.
Yeah, I don't foresee this going to decision. It's going to be hard to get Ankalaev down, or even knock him down or knock him out. I feel
These two guys, the embodiment, like I said, of the light heavyweight division. They know how to bring it. Only fighter in modern UFC light heavyweight history with 2 knockouts by kick. That's crazy. Only 2 knockouts. That's wild. But yeah, this is the guy to do it. He's a lanky fighter. He loves throwing those kicks. Very impressive knockouts. And here he is, the Hulk, Ion Cutelaba. And it shows he is some big boy power right here coming through the light heavyweight division. He's got knockouts to boot. Both these guys are relatively the same. Both stand over 6 foot tall. Ankalaev just a little bit taller at 6'3", but Cutelaba right there at 6'1". So the reach is relatively the same, both at 75. Cutelaba the southpaw, whereas Ankalaev is the orthodox stance fighter. Wow, look at the muscle on Cutelaba there. He's big. He sure has earned that nickname of the Hulk.
See. I hope he gets knocked out. No, I'm kidding. I never want to hope that, but I hope it's exciting.
13 first-round finishes, 10 in the first minute, 13 or less.
That's impressive.
That
for
is
sure.
Fast finishes.
And he has the highest striking rate among all UFC light heavyweights with around 5 per minute. Yeah, I fully expect him to just rush right out the gate.
Yeah, that looks like something he's gonna.
He has that energy and just style.
Mm-hmm.
The way he tries to intimidate his opponents during the press conferences and all that, just trying to be in their face and instill fear in them. But I don't think that's going to happen with Ankalaev tonight.
Yeah, Ankalaev is a very calm fighter.
Oh, and he's only 27?
Very cool and collected. Yeah, they're both very young.
It's so weird when
some
they're
amazing records. Ankalaev 12-1 and Cutelaba 15-4. So definitely had the fights to go with it, but
yeah, Ankalaev's got to be careful.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, if he gets caught by one Cutelaba hit, I mean, that might be it for him. But again, like I said, Ankalaev very patient, always looking to stick and move. Look for the counter.
Gonna be a hard guy to get down on the ground for sure.
Oh yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, Ankalaev, the ball fighter, the fast striker too, to go against Cutelaba.
Staring him down.
Here we go again.
Oh shit!
Oh, already.
What are they doing? Why are you
already
doing
getting
that,
into it? I didn't think he liked Ankalaev Cutelaba disrespecting him like that, so Ankalaev looking to do something about it. Yeah, this will come out hot right out the gate. Kevin McDonald may have his work cut out for him with this one. May look to be scrappy even if it gets past the first round, even after the bell.
Yeah, Cutelaba was looking to take his head off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Here we go, man.
Cutelaba is big. This is the fight. This is the anticipated fight right here.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, when you come out like that, you'll look for Cutelaba to make a statement.
So far, not much. I'm surprised he hasn't really thrown anything. There goes one high kick, but nothing connects. Gotta look out for Ankalaev's kicks. Very precise. Oh, big left.
Ooh, he stunned him.
He stung him right there.
Stunned Cutelaba. Wow.
Oh, another head kick by Ankalaev. Another one. Oh, he is going to put Cutelaba out. He is stung.
He stunned him.
Oh, here it is.
Cutelaba.
That's it. He called it.
Cutelaba has no idea. Yeah. Wow, he had no idea where he was.
Cutelaba is pissed.
He is pissed. He is not happy. Wow, they called that. I'm surprised.
It wasn't going to go on much longer. The ref saved him. He was going to get battered. His kicks are just too nice. Ankalaev is really good on the feet.
Is that really it? The cornermen aren't coming in.
There's nothing they can do. The ref called it. I don't think you can reverse that and keep it going. What do you do there?
They're talking it out. The cornermen are not coming out. We'll see here. But he was definitely caught. Not there. Oh.
Check that. He did, right there. It was a big overhand right, body kicked. He did look stumbly.
Yeah, he looks wobbly.
Check that. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, McDonald wanted to come in. Look, he wanted to come in there.
Wow. It looked a lot worse. He was shaking there.
You saw him get wobbly. I think that's what McDonald there was seeing, was that he was so wobbly. Wobbly there, wobbly just all over.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely early.
Mm-hmm.
He was stunned, but
wobble there, wobble there.
He was good for now.
Wobble there. Just three just looked like he was about to fall over. Looked like he was drunk.
Ah, yeah, it did, but he was still swinging, and
Yeah, that's I don't think you make that call though. Even though he was wobbly, I don't think that's a call you make.
I don't know. His quick reaction to being that furious.
Yeah.
I wonder what did they call it? Yep, that's it.
Wow, Oh wow, called it way too early.
That
That's
sucks.
not you can't.
I want to see them run it back. I think Ankalaev still wins because it was only going to be another 30 seconds of Kutalaba taking those
Yeah.
punches and kicks. He would have connected eventually with one of them, but I know Cody's happy so far. I've been giving him bets to place tonight. So far, 3 out of 4 have been right.
I guess tied longest active win streak in UFC light heavyweight division with 4, tied with John Jones.
I would love to see him rise up in the light heavyweight division. Ankalaev, man, he's super young.
Yeah, super young with a
Great.
good record.
Yeah, 5 first-round finishes, fighting out of Dagestan. Oh, man, I would love to see him at the top.
It's a shame they called that fight. Wow, that was super. I think that was super early, way too early.
Yeah, definitely early, unfortunately, but
Definitely a bad
I still
call
think
there.
the same outcome would have happened.
I think bad. Yeah, I think the same outcome would have happened in the end, but I think you still let it go. You know, it's hard to call a fight standing up like that, especially in the UFC. You know.
Oh, I think Cody just said that ref is an asshole.
That's flipping people off there.
Maybe
Crowd.
Anthony Smith. Oh, it's Anthony Smith.
Is it Anthony Smith in the
'Cause
crowd there?
He's in the light heavyweight division. I would like to see that fight. I think Ankalaev wins.
versus Anthony Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the light heavyweight division, exciting. Definitely got some good killers out there. I think, yeah, definitely called way too soon. There's going to be a lot of controversy in this one.
I see Ankalaev getting the title in probably a year.
You think so?
Dude,
really?
I think so, man. He
You
is
think,
nice.
Yeah, he's definitely good. He's definitely got the good striking. With
He's
that.
hard to hit.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, for being
And
that big and that tall.
Good luck taking him down. And even if he's on the ground, good fucking luck after that. What do you do with someone who's a master in Sambo?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good fucking luck. But I think they should run it back immediately. I still think the same outcome will happen, but
Yeah. Which is funny. These two guys here are supposed to get in front of Kutalaba before he gets to Ankalaev, and they didn't do their job there. They kind of let Kutalaba walk right up to Ankalaev.
it was staged.
Yeah. All part of the show now. This is turning into the WWE instead of UFC. Just all about the pageantry. But already in the co-main event, this UFC
It's going
event
quick.
seems to be going by so quickly.
It's gonna be a little
It's
short podcast.
Only 9:00. Yeah, only got an hour or two for this one. Depending on how these two fights go, we might watch a couple little highlights of
For
some
sure.
people. Yeah, we could look up Charles Bennett highlights. So you
Oh,
can see
no.
why I like him so much.
I still don't know why. I'll never wrap my head around
you
that.
you gotta watch him fight. But next fight coming up, Felicia Spencer versus
Zara.
Zara Farron. Both these girls fought what's her name?
Megan Anderson.
Megan Anderson, yeah. Fought previously here. In the co-main. Both these women lost their last fights though. Felicia lost to Cyborg.
Her first
and,
loss.
Zara lost to Megan in her last fight. Yeah, but one thing about Felicia and that Cyborg fight is, man, she took it to Cyborg. I mean, she ate the punches and kept moving forward.
Yeah, she was looking good for a little while there, but Cyborg's just outclassed her in the end.
Cyborg was is just too much for people. She's such a great fighter, and she has the title now, doesn't she? In Bellator, right? She's in Bellator
Yep.
now. Yeah,
And
she has the title.
Yeah, she's a champion now.
Yeah, so Cyborg is something else, hard to go up against, but give it to Felicia Spencer. She took it to her. So we'll see how she does in this fight versus somebody who's I don't want to draw the comparison to Cyborg because Zara, no offense to Zara, but she's nothing like Cyborg. But Zara is a big striker, you know, and she loves to come out swinging. So we'll see how that works here. Felicia Spencer looking more to take things to the ground, more of that wrestling background.
The black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Sorry, yeah, that BJJ style. Yeah, her only lost to Cyborg there, but beat Megan Anderson.
About it, really.
Yeah, not much else on her. But again,
Man,
tough,
she hasn't been in the UFC very long.
tough
I
as
didn't realize
nails. Yeah,
that.
she's been in Invicta for the majority of her career. Only in UFC Fight Night, Dos Anjos versus Lee, and then UFC 240, where that was the co-main event. I think her versus Cyborg.
Probably.
I believe. And the crowd was really into that match too. So very good. It was a good matchup.
Puts on. I think she takes this fight and wins. And that's another in featherweight. Huh. I wonder. Nah, that probably wouldn't put her in title contention. That's a silly thought. But her versus Megan Anderson to run it back, that'd be dope.
Yeah, definitely be fun if Megan Anderson won, and if Felicia wins tonight, definitely a run back between those two. Yeah, that was the Holloway versus Edgar. Yeah, despite losing to Cyborg in her last fight, her last fights, she's still 4-1. So still going strong. Very aggressive grappler too. Always active.
Oh yeah, for sure. You saw a lot of that in the Cyborg fight. I hope Benavidez versus Figueredo fight is as exciting as that
As
fight
advertised.
we just watched. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the last fight was exciting. I think it called way too soon.
It was called for sure way too soon, unfortunately.
I think,
But
Cutelaba could have caught Ankalov, or we could have seen a much more impressive finish from Ankalov. Something, really throw up on a highlight reel. Instead, we have something to throw on a low light reel now.
I still think you give it 30 more seconds, Ankalov was going to connect with a few overhands.
A few more
and
good
put him
shots.
out.
I think so too. Yeah,
He was stumbling. Man,
Yeah, he's lanky, tall fighter. Just
blows me away.
those kicks are just something else. But yeah, you want to see Ankalov as the light heavyweight champion. You think that's a good representation of the light heavyweight? I don't disagree with you. I think that's
anyone.
I think that's a very good representation for light heavyweight. I think he's super impressive.
But I think,
Him versus Dominic Reyes, that would actually be pretty cool. I like that fight.
yeah, he's a little shorter than guys in that division, at least at the top. Got John Jones and Dominic Reyes both at 6'4", Ankalaev 6'2". Not big discrepancy there, and probably won't hold much.
Yeah, I think for being 6'2", though, he's still pretty lanky. He still seems long.
He isn't even ranked.
No, he's. I don't think he's been in the UFC long enough to be.
There's definitely a lot of fights you can make with him.
Yeah, his next fight is against a ranked fighter.
Give him Johnny Walker or Alexander Rakik.
He could fight St. Preux. Ovis.
Maybe OSP, maybe Volkan Ozdemir. That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Any one of these guys, and at least the top 7 to 15.
Yeah, I think his next fight will definitely be a ranked, or it might be a run back with the Hulk.
Yeah, I still think they need to rerun it just to see what happens there officially. But
why is DC still ranked in the late?
I don't know.
I never understand that. Yeah, the UFC needs to fix their rankings. Some of these are way off.
They just need to hire someone full time to keep track of ranking.
Here we go.
Sarah Farron coming out now.
Sarah Farron, primarily a striker. She's 3-2 in her last 5 fights, but no knock on her. She's a good striker. She comes out aggressive. She's not afraid to throw down. It's just her last fight she got caught in a bad position, got caught in a submission. But I think she's
French.
still very impressive in her striking. And I think as long as she doesn't get caught by anything, she's got a good shot to take it. But again, she's going up against somebody that's tough as nails and has shown she can eat those shots. Someone also dish out, so
got a chin for sure. See how it holds up. You got to think like every shot you take, chipping away little by little at your chin.
Yeah, you could have a chin made of stone, but every shot slowly makes that stone weaker and weaker till eventually you get knocked out. I mean, you see even the heavyweights that have shown to have a chin, Big Country, Mark Hunt, guys like that have just their chin just slowly wears down and wears down. Chuck Liddell even seemed to have a chin made of stone, but slowly after a while that chin wears away, that stone gets chipped out.
Yeah.
So eventually that chin is going to fail you, so you need to have something that brings in a good something to complement that chin to keep you away from the danger, Still be able to take it, but
One thing to note, Zara's all 4 of her finishes out of her 6 wins are knockouts. So we could see another one of those tonight. The Phenom. Already the co-main.
yeah, we've kind of rushing through this UFC event.
Yeah.
It's been going by quickly. Some fast finishes. I don't think any of them have gone to decision.
Yeah, I was gonna
have they?
ask. Have any gone? Yep, all
Yes,
finishes.
They haven't even gone out this. The only one that to go to the second round was the first fight we watched. The other two have both ended in the first.
Yeah. More, I guess, of the submission artist here.
Mm-hmm.
She can hold her own on her feet for sure, and we seen that in the Cyborg fight. But if she can get Zara down, we might see her finish her that way.
Yeah, this who knows? This could be another quick finish we have on our hands. We could just rush right into the main event, and it only be 9:30.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, quick finish tonight. Yeah, we are. So far, it's been exciting UFC event. I don't think it was as exciting as the last one, but we still have this fight and the main event to go.
Right.
So the main event could be well advertised, but we'll see.
Zara, 36 years old.
Yeah, she's.
Senior.
I thought she was a lot younger than that. That's interesting. Definitely the older fighter. Always good to hear Bruce Buffer.
I love Bruce.
Either of the Buffers, really, Bruce and Michael. Always exciting to hear them. He'll have to take this one and then get ready for the big UFC event coming up, the Izzy versus Romero one.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna be so nervous for that main event.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. We'll have Cody here, won't we?
Yeah, he'll be in here.
He'll be here. Oh, I meant to bring it.
Oh,
if you have another mic, I got a little mic stand.
oh, we wouldn't
You
be able to
can
hook
use.
it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He'll just hang out in the background.
Yeah, he'll just
Have him
hang out.
sit right here or something.
I don't know. I'll plan.
He'll sit right there.
Yeah.
The heavy favorite for Felicia Spencer, minus 850. Wow.
Yeah, huge
heavy
favorite here.
favorite. Well, I think because her stock went up, even though she lost to Cyborg, her stock skyrocketed, for what she's able to do. Everyone
Yeah,
thought
'cause
Cyborg would
She
knock
can
her out.
hang.
Yeah, everyone thought Cyborg would knock her out in the first second, and Felicia managed to last through the entire fight, without
yeah.
really wavering or showing any weakness. So yeah, her stock definitely went up, and I'm sure, despite losing, I'm sure she can still hold her head high, in that regard.
Oh yeah,
Being
she
able
looks like
to-
she's ready here.
To take it to somebody like that. I think she'll look to prove herself more in this fight. Definitely more aggressive than she was in the Cyborg fight. I'll say that.
Yeah, opening
just
up with
to
a head
start.
kick there.
And Farron much more tentative now than in her last fight against Megan. Oh, but Farron is definitely the larger fighter. Look how she just
Yeah.
looks taller.
She definitely towers over Felicia.
She looks bigger, yeah.
Only might be 2 inches, but enough.
It's
but,
still it looks
it's
that's a significant 2 inches.
yeah, it's coming into play here. Those jabs Zara's throwing they're brutal on Felicia right now.
Mhm.
Because Felicia's just walking into him. This is not good. I don't think. Yeah, she can't really take much more of those. She's trying to get some overhand lefts in, but
But again,
The
Felicia
pressure.
has that chin though.
Yeah.
She showed it in the Cyborg fight.
I don't
This
know,
is
man.
about the same. She's walking in, she's connecting on her punches, but she's also getting connected on.
Well, good head kick there from Felicia, but she got caught there.
This is where Felicia Spencer really wants to be is grappling Farron here.
I don't know, how do you get her down though?
Yeah, the much taller fighter. Yeah, you really gotta work, land some body shots, land some head shots, really get her, not
Felicia,
thinking about the takedown.
Felicia trying to go for
Oh,
a
she
trip,
she
but
tried. She almost had it.
not successful here.
She almost able to pick her up and
Eating some
throw her,
a
but
knee from Zara, doing everything she can to try and trip Zara and get her down to the ground. And there she goes with the takedown.
very nice takedown by Felicia.
Got side mount right now.
This is where she's gonna look to really
Slides
control
into
the
full
fight.
mount.
I didn't see much of Farron's ground game in the last one. I mean, she, like I said, she got caught with that submission, but it wasn't much time spent on the ground. So I think she's an aggressive striker, but I think she has subpar ground game. But
Yeah.
again, that fight did not last very long for Megan, so not a lot to learn from that fight about Farron. So we'll see here now that she is on her back and on the ground.
I
And
don't
then-
think she excels.
Very bad position for her.
Yeah, Felicia's landing some big ground and pound, some big
those are
elbows
some
here.
Big elbows.
It's not looking good for Zara. Felicia stays on top for the rest of the fight, or rather the round. She might finish it here. These are big
those
elbows.
big. Yes, that one of those really hurt her.
Oh, it might get ended right here. Might be a finish. These are, yep, it's not much longer from now. Zara's just
Farron
covering
looking
up.
to scramble. She just turned into her back to
Oh,
her
these elbows.
stomach. Yeah, those are so vicious.
I'm
Just
surprised it
pouring
hasn't
on
ended.
now.
Oh, these are bad.
It's just getting worse and worse.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's
They
it. It's
gotta-
over.
they
She's
gotta-
not covering.
He's got to end it. Come on, Dan. What are you waiting for?
How much more do you need to see? That's it. It's over.
Jeez.
Wow, another first
finish.
round finish.
Holy fuck.
We haven't gone any farther. This has just been finish after finish. What's the main event going to be?
It's a decision.
versus-
It'll be a
If
draw.
this is to decision. My goodness. Yeah, one of those elbows really cracked Farron here. You could see the look on her face. She
Yeah, it
got
hurt a
popped
lot.
by one of those elbows. You could tell it hurt her. Probably broke her nose.
Probably this one
See
here.
right here, she's fine.
Boom. God,
Fine. And then you could see the look come over her face of just so much pain.
that ground and pound is something else. That was an impressive win by Felicia Spencer.
Yeah, definitely impressive. Yeah,
Looking really good there.
yeah, her stock continues to climb.
Now, book the rematch. Anderson, Spencer, too.
Anderson Spencer too. Yeah, both of them winners tonight. Look for that rematch. Both impressive, and this may shoot them up, or they might both want to take on a ranked opponent at this rate.
Yeah. Most likely, unless I run it back, which would be awesome.
They have a early finish here, but yeah, Benavidez and
Figueredo coming up.
Figueredo. And Figaro.
Figueredo.
Yeah, right into the main event. Wow, this fight night went by fast.
It's only 9:30. It's
Yeah, it's only been an hour and 30 minutes. That's crazy.
That shit happens.
Yeah, sometimes you get quick ones like this. I mean, nobody thought the Kutalaba versus Ankalov fight was gonna end in 38 seconds, but
I think I did. I didn't
that's how
expect
it went.
I didn't expect it to leave the first round, but maybe perhaps 40 seconds was a bit too quick. I mean, it definitely was, given Kutalaba was still able to continue, but, ref is in there to protect the fighter, and sometimes you just gotta make that call, and I think he saw.
I think it was seeing him be wobbly and stumbly 3 times in a row
Yeah.
that really constituted him wanting to stop the fight.
Well, I think
Because if you look, the first time Kutalaba got wobbly, McDonald wanted to come in, like he kind of like
he
lurched forward,
hesitated.
like he was gonna come in, but then he saw Kutalaba continue to throw, so he's like, nah, okay, I'll back off, and then he saw him get wobbly 2 more times, and then McDonald was like, well, I gotta stop it now, I can't let this guy keep taking punishment.
My thing is, he saw Kutalaba swing one more time and swinging for the bleachers at that. If if I'm a ref, I'm not stepping in. I'm gonna wait, and maybe
there's definitely still more fight, and the fighter's definitely still throwing
yeah.
down, so
And I don't want to see him get knocked out because that's rough on the
fighter like
fighter's
that.
health later on. But and I said it earlier. I think Ankalaev would have just kept unleashing on him or unloading rather, and it wouldn't have changed either way. God, that ground and pound from Felicia was something to admire.
Yeah, plenty of elbows, plenty of That's one thing I wrote down here about Felicia Spencer is that she has very good elbows. That's how she actually cut Cyborg open in their fight.
Oh, on the
She
forehead.
She had a good slit down her forehead, which was from a
She's the
nasty
first
elbow
person
from
to
Felicia.
open her up like that.
Yeah. So Felicia has some mean elbows, and it showed in the Cyborg fight, and it shows in this one too.
Yeah, it sucks Cyborg went over to Bellator. I mean, it doesn't suck for Bellator, and I'm all for, supporting the other fighting
Franchises.
out there, but I would love to see Cyborg still in the mix over here in the UFC, but hey, Dan Henderson, there he is,
Yeah,
UFC
Hendo
Hall of
Henderson.
Famer or inductee. Inductee. Why do they call it that? I don't know. I'm
I don't
dumb.
know. Chuck Liddell wasn't a Hall of Famer till this year.
Really?
Yeah, this year or last year, and
Are you
he
kidding
called it
me?
a career in 2010.
Oh my God.
And he didn't get his well, I think he was inducted, but he didn't get his Hall of Fame jacket, I should say, until this year or last year.
He should have been in there the
Still.
first person.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah, he put the
he
light heavyweight
was-
division on the map.
I think he was the poster child of the UFC.
Yeah, he was,
when
yeah.
during its in its beginning.
He's one of the guys that you could say helped the UFC grow to what it is, and along the lines of Anderson Silva in the same respect, Conor McGregor in that same way. Guys that put the UFC, made it big.
Oh man, here he is.
There's Izzy. There's the guy himself.
See the Stylebender fight coming up versus Romero. Yoel fights in the way that it's Stylebender's biggest weakness. Because he's so explosive, so unpredictable, so wild, and just crazy.
And he's so muscular.
Because he gets in your face, he throws these flying knees, and he's just throwing for the bleachers. And someone like Stylebender, who's super precise, he picks his shots, he keeps the distance. It's hard for someone to excel in the fight when you got someone just in your bubble, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, swinging wild.
Yeah,
just being so crazy with their striking, and I think that's what benefits a lot of fighters. We talked about this before. That's what benefits a guy like Nate Diaz or Clay Guida. Despite having an odd career, he still had some notable highlights, and it's because it's the crazy the crazy throwing, the crazy striking, just the wild shots that just confuse the hell out of people.
Right.
It's like, what is this guy throwing at it? It's hard for them to pick a point, to be able to counter strike. And especially that benefits someone like Romero because he's just so massive. He's so muscular. He's so big.
Got a big gas tank.
Being able to throw wild like that and with so much power, it's crazy. I mean, look how big he is. He's just huge. I
was watching the Inside the Octagon today about that, and it's not John Gooden. He called him. He's like a rocket getting ready to take off. It's happening. You see it happening right before you, but there's no stopping that once he sets forth in his path.
Once it gets moving, it's a very good analogy.
You are not stopping that. He's insane.
You know it's going to happen. You anticipate it's going to happen. You're ready for every aspect of it to happen, but you're just powerless to stop it.
Yeah, and I don't know how Izzy takes that. You clearly see he has knockout power now. You can see he can last.
If Izzy loses, your brother's going to freak out. We're going to have
pissed.
him run a rampage in this room.
He'll run through the wall like Yoel will. Or do you think they're just going to break dance? They're going to judge it off that.
Yeah, we're not going to have a fight. Yeah, we're just going to
be
have a dance
off.
competition.
I don't know. Izzy is so nice. He's so technical. He's He's the most.
He's another guy too that's just not. He's not afraid to throw down. He's not afraid
No.
to get after it.
He bobs and weaves really nicely, and he
Mhm.
gets out of danger. But I mean, the fight with Gastelum was really the one that showed me that if you just ignore everything and just charge Adesanya, you might have more luck going toe to toe with him. I mean, obviously that didn't really work with Robert Whittaker, but I feel like Robert Whittaker had been out so long he was a little rusty, and that's what caused him to get knocked out.
Man, Yoel Romero does not look any bit of 40, does he?
42.
He's 40. Does not look like he's 42. He looks like he's
It's those
maybe
Cuban genes,
he's
man.
maybe 30, 31.
Dude, he's jacked.
He's big.
It's amazing he even gets down to middleweight.
Yeah, that's crazy. He looks like a light heavyweight. Perfect, honest with you. But
Same with Paulo Costa. And
yeah,
it's
he's
funny.
Another one, yeah.
Paulo, I saw what he wrote one day. He wants to be the first triple champ.
In the UFC,
Middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight.
That's such a difficult thing to do, especially trying to run through heavyweight. Even light heavyweight now, which is gradually
Good
gaining
luck with
more and
that.
more killers, And then heavyweight, I mean, you got to fight through. Granted, I mean, still, even though Overeem has been losing his last couple fights, that's still a tough guy to run through. Rosenstruik is getting big, and Ngannou is there. Stipe is still holding his own. I mean, he still has the title.
I don't
So,
see Paulo Costa beating anyone at heavyweight.
Who else?
Looks like Jared Cannonier.
Derek Lewis, right? He's in
Yep.
Yeah, Derek Lewis is another guy horrifying to go up against. Curtis Blades, another guy. Man, there's just
Corey Anderson.
Alexander Volkov, another one.
Ankalaev. Not ranked, but soon to be.
Yeah, and the light heavyweight mix. Yeah, John Jones out there too.
Happened here in our main event. Think it's going to go to decision, or will it be a finish?
I think second round finish. I think Benavidez takes it.
TKO or submission?
I gotta go with TKO. Scrappy guy, good combinations, nice use of kicks. Very dangerous with kicks. So
I wonder if he only fought around 6 months ago, or maybe like 8 now or so. But and he's getting older. I wonder how much of his heart's still in it.
Oh, we have 5 rounds in this, don't we? Because it's the main event.
Yeah, 5 rounds. Yeah. So it could.
Okay, maybe
go the
third.
distance.
Maybe third round.
Yeah, third round knockout.
Yeah, third round knockout.
I can't wait to see.
Definitely exciting. I'm still excited for this, but I'm less excited than I was a few days ago.
Because it's just going so quick, and it's like
no, not that, because of the whole weigh-in fiasco.
yeah, it is a shame he missed weight.
It brings a very different feel to this. It brings a very different feel to the flyweight division.
Yeah,
it's a different feel in just in just every respect for this fight.
Benavidez has to win. Because he's the only one
I think
who's eligible right now to win the title.
If he doesn't win, you may as well just get rid of the flyweight division. The flyweight division is just done. We should have no more flyweight.
It's too cursed.
It's not worth it anymore at that point.
Cejudo comes back and wins it again.
But why would he go back though? I feel like he does much better at bantam than he does at fly.
Probably. He doesn't have to cut that weight. He just probably walks around close to what.
Probably what gave him that injury. All that weight cutting.
What injury did he have?
I don't know. I know he had an injury, and that's the reason why he couldn't fight, and then now subsequently has to vacate the fly.
Wasn't it a shoulder injury?
I think so, yeah. But I mean, the weight cutting's gotta mess with your body like that, especially
It's not good.
Especially how small these guys are.
Yeah.
Weight cutting like that,
I mean, look at. I would imagine it's hard for Figueredo to get down to that size. He just looks paper thin.
Yeah.
Just shredded every
Yeah.
bit he could get off,
Like I
but it
said,
just wasn't
he was
enough.
probably cutting weight the day of the weigh-in. He was probably, I'd argue to say he might have been 10 pounds heavier. The day he woke up for weigh-in, or maybe the day before, he was probably 10 pounds above the weight limit. And he was probably doing a ton of weight cutting, the day of, and when he got to weigh in, they were just hoping and praying he made weight, and he missed it by 2.4. And he probably told his coach, he's like, listen, I can't cut any more weight than this. This is as small as I'm going to get right now.
I would have
You could stick
tried.
me in the sauna for the next 8 hours. He's still not going to cut 2.4 pounds.
I would have
'Cause he
tried.
probably cut 8 pounds just that day, just from that morning.
Yeah.
He probably cut 8 pounds.
I would
So,
have tried. It's only. I know it's like I'm saying. Oh, it's only 2 pounds, and I've never went through a weight cut. But I'm like, it's only 2.5 pounds. You couldn't do that in an hour.
I mean, you see guys come through some ugly weight
I'm
cuts. I mean, you
cranking
saw
that
the Conor
sauna up to-
McGregor weight cut.
Oh yeah.
He looked horrible. He looked like a zombie.
There's that one, that
The
famous
Ronda
one.
Rousey one looked bad too. She didn't look great.
Aspen Ladd versus Duran to me. That was bad. She looked awful.
She
got
didn't look
knocked
good
out in
either.
like 30
The
seconds.
Kimbo Slice versus Dada 5000. Dada cut a lot of weight. He looked. I mean,
Dillashaw.
they were both still heavyweights and they were big. But I mean, Dada got taken to the hospital after that fight and he had to retire because
Oh,
he
really?
just cut so much weight.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus
because
Christ.
he had heart failure and something else too.
They need to get rid of these weight cuts. Add more divisions.
Or extend the weight for each division. Bump it up a couple pounds. I don't know. It's just something to, because like it's just so difficult for these fighters, that want to cut that weight. I don't understand why you would cut that weight. I get like Figueredo's doing it good now. He said, "Listen, I'm done with flyweight. I'm done with all this shit. I'm done with all the cutting weight." He's like, "I like being at the weight for bantamweight, so that's what I'm gonna stay in. That's where I'm gonna go." And that's smart of him to do. If he's more comfortable staying at the weight that bantamweight offers, then he should go to that. He should try to stop messing around with flyweight.
I definitely would if I was him.
Look at Benavidez. He is so just scrappy. I mean, he's like a little hyena. Like he'll just pounce on you the moment you're down.
He reminds me of Mighty Mouse in a way. And really in just his combinations. Otherwise, they're pretty different. Mighty Mouse got the wrestling background and whatnot, but yeah, I'm excited to see how Benavidez performs tonight. His last performances were stellar.
Super impressive.
Yeah, but Figueredo's got a good record, man, and I don't think he's one to fuck with. Got that red streak in his hair that freaks me out.
One interesting thing about Figueredo is his last fight against Tim Elliott. He spent time. His camp is in Brazil, where he's from. But when he comes to America, he was in the camp with Team Alpha Male, right? Which is the same camp that Benavidez is a part of.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's weird.
So when he fought Tim Elliott, Figueredo spent some time with Team Alpha Male training while he was in America.
Oh, wow.
So he may have a little bit of insider knowledge on Benavidez training and
being in the same camp there.
Being part of the same. I don't know if they were the same camp training for this fight, but I know for the Tim Elliott fight, he went to Team Alpha Male.
Right.
He may know what Benavidez's training is like, may know what he goes through, and may have a little bit of knowledge into it.
The way Benavidez steps in there with those overhand punches, man, so clean, quick.
Yeah, very, very well done from Benavidez. Here we go, the walkouts. Interesting choice of music.
Yeah, it is really interesting.
Just
the
the spy theme.
What will happen?
This is more of a statement fight for Figueredo, if anything.
Yeah, I mean,
clearly he can't capture the title. He's not doing it for the payday because he's a 30% wage cut.
Yeah, it
that goes to Benavidez.
Right. Yeah. I have no idea what's gonna happen. It's good for Figueredo if he wins, despite not getting the title, to being ineligible. But having Benavidez on your list of names that you've
You
beat.
knocked out, yeah.
Be huge.
If he wins, like I said, just get rid of the flyweight division. We're done with flyweight. We'll never commentate on it ever again.
Never.
We're done with flyweight. Flyweight's over. The new weight is bantamweight.
For flyweights, so 8 knockouts out of his 14 finishes.
So 6 submissions. Out of the
And
14.
most wins.
Yeah, very good, something to hang his head on, but now he's gonna look to, after this fight, make some noise at bantamweight.
That's funny. His mouth guard has the little red streak on the opposite side.
Huh.
Oh, never mind.
It's on both sides.
Yeah, it
Oh,
looked like
somebody fell coming up the stairs. You see that?
one of his coaches.
one of his cornermen fell coming on up the stairs. That's funny.
Gotta watch your step, man. Oh no! Oh, come on, ESPN, get it together.
Video almost stopped here.
I would hope not. I only
That's
pay them monthly.
That's an ill omen for the flyweight division.
Yeah, just cuts out.
Yeah, just everything cuts out. They're like, even ESPN Plus is done
Oh,
with
look, the power
flyweight
went out.
division. Yeah. They're like, all right, we quit.
Oh, come on.
Yep,
The
ill
buffering.
omen. Here we go. We're Bruce buffering over here.
Bruce buffering. Did you just say that? Leave. Leave now.
Here we go, Benavidez.
He's pumped.
Definitely pumped, yeah. All that emotion just pouring out of him right now.
This is his night, man. This is what he's been waiting for. I don't know if he's
gonna lose, bring ruin to the flyweight division. I'm sorry, I'm just bashing on the flyweight division. I got nothing against the flyweight division. It's just, after everything that's in shambles, Cejudo has to vacate. Figueredo misses weight. It's just, oh man, it's such shambles. He's lost to Mighty Mouse twice.
Yeah, and both times it was for the flyweight championship.
That's sad.
We'll
So
see.
this is his chance to really capture it,
Yes,
or
this
he
is
could just lose again.
Third time's the charm, though. I think he gets it.
Yeah, I got nothing against the flyweight division, but
An ice cold killer right now. We're looking at
Benavidez, yeah,
Oh,
he's very cool, calm, very
He's gonna
calculated fighter.
He's gonna take his soul.
Versatile and finishes TKO and submissions. He's fast, and I mean like lightning fast. He's quick.
Yeah.
Good combinations. One thing
So
I
excited for
noticed
this.
about his last fight too. That's that Rob Cutman.
Oh, that was the cornerman you were talking
That
about.
was the cornerman I was talking about. Where when Benavidez got cut up really bad on the eye.
His name's Cutman?
No, I think his name is Rob.
Oh, you just called him that.
Yeah, Rob the Cut
He's
Man.
Cut Man.
Rob the Cut Man. Sorry.
That would be great if that was his last
if that was
name.
his last name, that'd be pretty boss.
It's like,
but
yeah, you're perfect for this.
But yeah, they say he's one of the best cut men in the UFC, and he was able to close up that wound right away. That wound when Benavidez got it in his last fight, he started bleeding right away, but he never bled from that cut after that. So someone that's good to have in your corner, because if that cut starts like just leaking into your eye, it's a distraction.
They'll close the fight or
Yeah.
finish rather.
Yeah, or
call it rather.
it becomes a
Goddamn.
distraction, and you're worried about wiping the blood from your face. You don't see a shot coming in right to your eye socket,
Yeah.
and you just get knocked out. So good to have someone like that in your corner. But yeah, that's what we were talking about previously. But one thing I've learned about Benavidez from his last fight is that when he gets taken down and he's on the ground, he scrambles, and he's
Right.
quick at scrambling to get himself in a much better position, either back on his feet or in a different guard or mount position.
You never want to be taken down or trapped
Mm-hmm.
on the ground. It's definitely something that can freak people out.
So yeah, Benavidez is a scrambler, so that serves him much better. Yeah, there it is, the weight difference and the missed weight, 127.5 for Figueredo.
Oh man, I'll be right back. Gonna use the restroom again and probably grab a shot. Exciting night.
Yeah, you better be quick. You might miss it if it goes how it went in the last couple rounds, the last couple fights. Benavidez versus Figueredo. And Figueredo not eligible to capture the title here, and forfeits 30% of his purse for the fight. Goes to Benavidez.
All right, cheers. Can't really cheers the mic, but you get it. Woo! This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be a great fight. I think, yeah, I'm still going with Benavidez taking the W here.
Yeah, I say it happens in the third round. I say it's a
Third round knockout?
Third round knockout. That's my pick.
Third round knockout, third time going for the flyweight title. And Mergliata, our ref.
Big Dan.
Big Dan. Here we go. Round one about to start here.
Yeah, first title fight here on the podcast.
That's right. First title fight.
Half a title fight.
Half a title fight. Only Benavidez can get this.
Yeah, we got 0.5 of a title fight under our belt. Coming up now.
Second knockout incoming.
Yeah, by Figueredo.
Yeah, right. Both guys being very tentative here.
And Figueredo's fighting style, it may look like he's taunting Benavidez, but he's not. That's actually the style he's comfortable with. That weird kind of swaying motion.
Very wide stance.
Yeah. That's something he was taught, something he's brought up on. So it almost looks like, when Anderson Silva would fight, that's how he would taunt his opponents, would just...
Oh, see, the way Benavidez can just step in there. Yeah, sorry. There's just the way he steps in with those overhand lefts.
He's so quick. Yeah. He's so fast. It's hard to fight somebody like that. But nice catch by Figueredo. Yeah. Nice catch on that kick.
Single leg for Benavidez here.
A better position.
Figueredo on his back, but that's a bad position for Figueredo because he's just going to get dropped unless. Yeah, I don't.
Ooh,
if I'm Benavidez,
have his leg? Did he have his arm? He does. Oh, Figueredo does have his arm.
No,
just he's constantly gator rolling. But yeah, Figueredo holding on tight to defend.
Both of them holding on. Oh, armbar! That's not good for Benavidez. Oh, he slips out. Oh my God! Just like you were talking about, scrambling out.
Yeah, very good scrambling. Just super quick, super fast.
Holy shit! Back
almost
on the feet.
Got caught there by Figueredo, though.
Oh my God.
That's one thing I have written down about Figueredo is he's fast with the submissions, too. So who's better, Figueredo with the fast submissions or Benavidez with the faster scrambling?
It's hard to get out of those sometimes.
And that may come into play, that may benefit one or the other here in the early rounds, but we'll see who it benefits more in the later rounds. Faster submission or faster scrambling.
That right hand from Figueredo might have hurt Benavidez there.
Yeah. I think
he takes a punch usually when he steps in like that.
Benavidez loves to just get in the bubble and get in the airspace of anyone he's fighting and just throw.
Right.
He doesn't try to keep distance. He tries to get in nice and close and throw in those quick shots right there.
Once he's in the pocket, he wants you to know he's in your fucking pocket.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to take your head off. Good checks from Figueredo, but Benavidez still landing an overhand right.
Quick little jab by Figueredo.
Yeah, those jabs from Figueredo are nice. This is a great fight so far.
Yeah,
halfway through.
Good start. Good early submission and good way to scramble out of it from Benavidez.
Benavidez looking to finish here. He is really coming on strong.
Early on in the first round.
Yeah.
Who'd you tell your brother to take? Was it Benavidez?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, so good. We'll see if it pays
fighter,
off.
Yeah. He's just eating these kicks here.
Yeah, I don't think the kicks are going to really do much to Figueredo. He seems like the character who he could take the calf kicks and it's not going to stop him from pressing forward.
Good defense there to just stuff the takedown attempt by Benavidez from Figueredo.
See, Benavidez keeps attempting the same thing here, where he steps in, throws those reaching punches, and he keeps getting caught. He needs to start changing it up because Figueredo's already caught on to what he's trying to do here.
Yeah, needs to throw better combinations. Needs to have a good mix between getting in close, throwing some good punches, but also keeping nice distance on a different combination. Kind of mixing it up on both ends.
Yeah.
But Figueredo doing really good, stuffing takedowns and staying just out of range of a lot of these big swing shots by Benavidez. Both fighters have taken a couple hits here apiece.
I'm worried about Benavidez, though. He's expelling a lot of energy going for these knockouts, and he might be connecting here, but Figueredo's still looking good. But Benavidez breathing through his mouth really heavy. He's trying to land these huge shots, but not much luck.
Might be getting tired here.
Yeah, I'm worried about him. He might have stung him there.
Figueredo looking to play defense here, while Benavidez looking to be the aggressor, which is probably how it goes. Figueredo is a patient, precise striker, whereas Benavidez just likes to go buck wild, and he's got my respect for that. Just not afraid to throw down, but you got to look at the precise striking of Figueredo.
See, it's that counter right from Figueredo when Benavidez throws his left.
Oh, good body shot by Figueredo.
Yeah, that was huge. It's when he catches Benavidez, and it's really scary. Big right hand there from Benavidez.
Right.
Oh, and a knockdown from Figueredo, but Benavidez right back on his feet and swinging. Nice, connects two of his own. That's the end of round one. Holy shit. That was scary.
Good shots from both of them.
Yeah, I don't know who you give that to. How do you score that?
Tough to say. Who scored the takedown? Benavidez scored the takedown.
Yeah.
Right. You may just give it to Benavidez just for the takedown.
You think a takedown scored higher than a knockdown?
I mean, what happened in the Dan Hooker fight?
Yeah.
So.
Felder fucking won that. Anyone else who says otherwise is bullshit.
So, yeah, takedowns matter a lot, especially in one that's tough to score based on the striking. You got to look more towards the takedown. So I say, since Benavidez did score the takedown, I say he's got it right there.
A lot of energy that round.
Yeah, he did, especially in this scrambling right here to get out of this.
Yeah, he almost had that armbar on him. That was close.
Look how much he's scrambling. Figueredo is just sitting right on his back. Yeah, look at that arm bend. Oy vey. That's rough.
Round two starting
and
now.
Right back in round two.
Here we go.
Benavidez, I think Figueredo is just looking to fence on, let Benavidez tire himself out.
Because that's what kind of fighter Benavidez is. He puts on the constant pressure. He's got a decent gas tank.
Swinging wild.
Yeah.
And Figueredo is more of that counter puncher, that looking for just more the precision as opposed to the quality over quantity.
That and getting him on the ground, because that's where he might excel. Oh, another big right hand for Figueredo. That is scary.
Benavidez still
got to
on
be
his
careful.
Feet, still taking it, but if he gets one that's just in the right spot,
it's going to put him down, and I'm nervous.
Oh, mouth guard almost popped out there for Figueredo.
Ooh.
Another big shot.
Yeah, big left hand there. It looked like he's wobbled Figueredo. He's looking kind of, looks like he stung him, but Benavidez has really got to be careful. That counter right from Figueredo is something to.
I think the corner of Figueredo might have Figueredo's corner might have told him to throw more kicks, because he looks like he's looking to throw that kick. He looks like he's always got it loaded up.
Yeah, keep throwing the kick. It calls him to switch stances if possible.
Yeah, keep him that for a distance advantage.
Because Figueredo's already figured him out. Benavidez tries to reach in, throws that overhand left, but in doing so, Figueredo has that right hand ready to go.
Good quick little combination there by Benavidez.
Yeah, that one too was nice. Oh, he's bleeding. Benavidez is bleeding bad.
Again, yeah.
Oh, from the forehead. Let's see if his cut man. Oh, and he puts him out, and that's it. Benavidez is done. No.
Oh my God, Figueredo made a statement.
He did and didn't.
Oh my God. Wow, what a shot.
Man.
The flyweight division is in shambles. No clear champ again. For another couple months, there's no clear champion.
Fuck.
Wow.
Fuck the flyweight division.
Wow, the flyweight division is over.
Oh, Cody's pissed at me.
Oh, man. That was the last fight he had to hit on, right?
Yeah, because he did a 4-man. Ah, that sucks.
Oh, boy.
See, he kept throwing the same pattern, and that's what fucked him up.
And Figueredo figured it out and caught him. I wonder what cut him. Good block there by Figueredo. Oh, it was that right there. It was just a little glancing shot. Wow, did you see the blood pour off of
Yeah,
him? Oh
that
my
opened quickly.
gosh.
Oh no, that sucks for the
Yeah, the
flyweight
blood is
division.
just pouring out. And then
Look,
Figueredo's
Figueredo's covered
stalking
in
his
it. Oh
prey.
man, boom!
Boom.
That right hand, man.
Damn, look at all that blood. Yeah, whatever he got hit with cut him open severely. Look at the blood just leaking from his head.
Jeez.
And right on the nose.
Ugh.
Yeah, and then that was it. Like he was still a little conscious. If anything, the hammer fist just put him out.
Yeah.
Oh my, what a knockout.
Well, flyweight
that-
division's fucked.
Whatever that cut opened him up immediately. Man, imagine if he made weight. He'd have the title right now. But
Yeah,
no,
if
he
only.
doesn't.
Figueredo versus Cejudo.
In Bantam?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. He hasn't shown himself in the bantamweight division
Not yet.
It might be a completely different animal from this flyweight.
Straight right the whole night. Well, you were right at first about second round knockout when you initially said that.
But I said Benavidez the entire time. Look at that. Figueredo could have had the belt. He could have been the ruler of the flyweight.
That sucks. Because Benavidez didn't adjust.
No, he came in hot through the same couple punches, and that's that difference between the guys who throw buck wild versus the guys who are patient and precise. You know, when you go up against somebody like that, the patience and precision usually is the thing that wins it the most.
Yeah, it paid off for him here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a 10 o'clock finish today. Only
Early.
2 hours, yeah, early.
Early night.
What did our last one end at?
Let's see.
Well, we also covered the
Wilder and Fury. Yeah, so
fight,
altogether that was like 4.5 hours. No, not bad.
Man.
All finishes tonight for the main card.
Again, it's a shame. Figueredo could be the flyweight champion, and the flyweight division wouldn't be in disarray. But now that we're here, that right there, that little glancing after that block, that little glancing blow is what cut Benavidez open. And he just started completely
Nice
just
body shot there.
pouring out of his head.
Yeah. Oh, it's rough.
Yeah, that's
Like, where does Benavidez go now? You're 35.
yeah,
and
this is the third time you've lost in a title fight for the flyweight division.
yeah, it's like he will
That's
never be champion.
Yeah, it's like every time he gets to that point, he just can't reel it in.
Not under pressure.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a shame.
that blows, but
And if he like retires, if he hangs it up right here, what's the flyweight division got now? You know, who's got to take it? Because we've gotten rid of Figueredo. You know, he's going to Bantam.
Formiga? Because Benavidez beat Formiga, but
Yeah,
Figueredo
Formiga.
lost to him.
Yeah, Formiga's what, 2 right now?
Yeah. I think the rematch for them is what you put on
Benavidez versus Formiga.
for the flyweight.
Again, for the title?
For the flyweight.
You give Benavidez
give him
2 chances
give him
to get the
another
title?
shot.
No. Somebody in the top 5 is going to be pissed.
There is no ranks, though. You saw it. They don't even have anybody ranked.
No, that was the women's flyweight.
No.
The guy's flyweight has,
yeah,
has rankings.
You're right. Let's
Yeah, here's Benavidez, Formiga,
Yeah, that's right.
Figueredo, then I don't know how to say that dude's last name.
Pantoja. Pantoja. I don't know.
Brandon Moreno.
I'd like to see Askarov up there.
Askarov.
He's like got a pretty good record. Fucked up Tim Elliott.
Who hasn't fucked up Tim Elliott in the flyweight division?
Oh yeah, he's 10-0 with a draw. Versus
Against
Brandon Moreno,
Moreno,
who's
who's
also
also
ranked.
ranked.
Yeah, right above him. 16-5.
He beat Kai Kara France too.
Oh, and he's fighting in 2 weeks. Who's here for Miga? Fighting Brandon Moreno.
See, now that's the one for the title fight right there. You make that one the new title fight because no one won this one. No one's a champ now.
On ESPN 28. So that
God,
I think
our
is
first title fight of the podcast ever ends with nobody capturing the title.
dude. Benavidez. Oh, he looks beat.
Oh man.
Yeah, that forehead. Oh, look at it. It's opened up again. That sucks. At least your wife's hot, Megan O'Leary. But yeah, he's fighting on the Rosenstruik and Ngannou card.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that.
Let's
See, you throw a title fight in there, and then you make it the co-main.
Let's see here. There it is.
It's not even the co-main.
Nah.
We had Cody
it's on the-
Garbrandt at the
Is it on the preliminary? Where is it? Oh, it said it was on here. Upcoming bout, UFC on ESPN 28. Oh, it's on March 14th.
Click on
Oh, here it is.
there it is.
Oh,
Fight
it's the
Night
Kevin
170.
Lee Oliveira one. My mistake.
No,
And
it's not as exciting.
No.
That's exciting.
Oh well.
Yeah,
I can't wait for the
let's,
Ngannou one though.
this may be the longest we go in a division without a champ.
champion. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen here.
What's the next fight you make? You know, I mean, you don't give another title fight to Benavidez. He's lost here. Figueredo goes to Bantam. You got Formiga, Alexander
Pantoja, something like that.
Pantoja, Brandon Moreno, Askar Askarov. I mean, what fight do you make? I say you put Tim Elliott, right, versus Mark De La Rosa. There you go. Or Tyson Nam. He had a fight recently, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I can't remember.
It's
So
like-
he lost.
To Kai Kara France, of course.
Yeah. Who? Kai Kara's not bad. Pretty young yet.
Oh yeah, that was in February.
He's had a bunch of fights. Lost to Brandon Moreno as well.
Maybe Brandon Moreno's the guy to put in.
I don't know. I think Askar is the one to probably save it if maybe he gets a rematch
Alright, see,
with
since
Moreno.
that one was a draw, you put Askar Askarov versus Brandon Moreno. Boom. Title fight right there.
But he's fighting Formiga.
Alright, so then you put Formiga. Do you make that fight the title fight? No, you. What you do is you cancel that fight for that event and you push that fight back.
Right.
Those two fighting, and then
To
you make
make
it
a
for the title fight.
Yeah, for a title fight.
That's the move you make. That's the best they can do. I think the UFC was really hoping
Banking on Benavidez.
on Benavidez winning,
Save it.
and it didn't happen. So now they have to scramble for something for the flyweight division. Man, that's a shame. The flyweight division is
fucked.
Is a mess right now. God, no clear champ. Figueredo's gone into Bantam. Benavidez is slowly working his way down the list. You know, how many chances are you going to give a guy to capture a title and for him not to collect?
If Benavidez keeps fighting, he might get another chance eventually.
Maybe one day. Who knows? Yeah, I say you got to put Formiga in that fight, but yeah, where do you go from here?
Yeah, I say
what does the UFC do? This is something that's going to be tough for them to.
They take Brandon Moreno and Formiga, put them on their own card, main event. You know,
for the title.
Push it back, yeah, for the title fight.
Yeah, I think that's your best option at this point.
And whoever, you know, if they don't do that, whoever wins that, you know, put them in title contention with, you know, maybe Askarov. I mean, even though he hasn't really proved himself and his last fight was a draw in the UFC, really nobody you can put up there. I mean, maybe Pantoja, whatever his name is. But then again, like what's his record looking like? You know, he lost to Figueredo. Back on a win, beat Moreno. You know, lost to Ortiz. It's hard to say what you do with this division.
Yeah, you know, what's the fight to make? You know, everyone can stake their claim to the title now. You know, I mean, it was put pretty clear you have the Benavidez and Figueredo for the title, but now that you know, Figueredo missed weight and he won, which, you know, leaves the flyweight title still open. Where do you go?
Really sucks he missed weight because he won, still lost 30% of his purse, and no title.
No title, and then
Could
now
be a
he has
champion.
now he has to climb the Bantam Ladder, and the Bantam Ladder is.
You got a lot of killers in there. Song Yadong, Rob Font.
Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah. Corey Sandhagen and Peter Yan.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
That's
Ugh.
a tough one to
Good
run
luck.
through.
Corey Sandhagen doing? I haven't heard his name in a while. Want to see. Be fun to watch again. Big win streak right now. Wins over John Lineker and Rafael Asuncao. I don't know how to pronounce that. Damn, I didn't know he was 12-1. They need to book him a fight. From the card, he's supposed to fight Korean Zombie. Did not. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Ah, that right hand. I knew it was gonna come.
The right hand to Formiga.
Just based off like the first one that connected,
Mm-hmm.
it was just bound to put him out. I don't know why. I just felt it there. World of Warcraft.
No, this is Ark.
Oh. Flying on something? A bird? Oh my god.
It's a griffin.
They have griffins and Ark?
Yeah, they got dragons too.
I thought it was based off dinosaurs.
Well, yeah, but it's a different map. Like the original map is
Oh.
like all dinosaurs, and then they've added newer maps and stuff like that.
Oh, so there's like medieval shit?
Yeah, there's medieval shit. Like there's you can have like dragons, griffins. There's a new map that just came out. You have like snow owls. You can make like buggies and stuff like that, like cars and
Really?
shit. Yeah, it's gotten pretty crazy over the years.
Shit, I want to play this now. I never played Ark. There's dragons. Count me in.
If you get it on PC, my friends have a server. You could hop in.
Do they?
Yeah, because it's cross-platform, so you can play on Xbox and PC.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I doubt my computer could run it though.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, wow, what a second podcast to be a part of. Well,
Yeah, that's it for 169.
technically third, but
Technically
we
third,
never
but-
aired one. But yeah, that's crazy, man. The flyweight division. Woo.
In shambles.
Yeah, I'd say it's in shambles.
Yeah. See what people are saying about it though.
Yeah, what's the early thought on it?
Rip flyweight division 2012 to 20. Taking Benavidez as a sacrifice for Khabib and Tony.
And it's crazy.
All the flyweights calling Chatri, Chatri is the CEO of ONE FC, who does not have weight cutting, which is the way to go. You know, it's crazy. If Mighty Mouse was still around, he'd probably still be the champion.
Probably. Figueredo probably wouldn't even had it in the first place.
Nah. Well, Cejudo did beat him, actually, by split decision.
But I'm sure he would have recaptured.
A lot of people think DJ still won that.
But that's
Which
not
I
the way
think
it
too.
rolls,
Yeah.
you know?
That sucks. Shut the division down.
That's what I'm saying, man. The flyweight division is over. Just shut it down. Get rid of it. We're doing no more flyweights. It's just all bantam now. Bantam is the lowest weight you can go. 205 has an extra muscle at the weight.
Tire, maybe. I don't know.
I'm saying if Benavidez retires, the flyweight division really is in shambles. The flyweight division.
A lot of people are giving Figueredo shit, but I don't know what you do. A lot of people are saying rematch or Figueredo versus Askarov. And what do you do?
Still at fly? He's not going on to fly. He's already said he's going to bantam.
Yeah. I mean, he could be champ if he can figure out how to get down to 125, you know.
I feel like
It's
he
2.5 pounds.
He should have tried for that second weigh-in.
2.5
I'm
pounds.
surprised he didn't.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If you
You sit in the sauna, you try and
crank that bitch to
lose the
200.
lose the water weight, and then you do what a lot of other fighters do when they're really trying to get the weight. You just get butt ass fucking naked, stand on that scale, and then hope you hit on that. You know what's always confused me
What's
with
that?
the weight thing is they still do it on the scale with the
With the dial
weights. Yeah, the
or
little
whatever you move, not the dial, but yeah, the shit you got to move
yeah.
over. Yeah, I
You
don't
think
know why
they
they
do
don't
it
use
on
digital.
on a digital scale now.
Probably be more accurate.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I guess they're trying to preserve
It's
the
all
old
fucking
style still.
archaic at
Yeah,
this point with weight cuts and the scales they use.
yeah. I think it might have been it. It people are talking about. I think it might have been smart. I think Benavidez should have or Figueredo should have at least tried for the second weight. But I think it's still kind of smart for him to say, no, I'm not going to try and kill my body just for that. It doesn't seem worth it.
Right.
And if he was probably planning on going to bantamweight anyway.
Yeah, perhaps. Can't believe it ended like that. I was really hoping for the flyweight division to be saved, but maybe then.
Benavidez was the last saving grace.
But maybe then Tony versus Khabib would ever happen if Benavidez wasn't sacrificed.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it'll all be for the greater good.
Oh, look at that. The way Mighty Mouse knocks out Benavidez in their second fight. That right hand.
It caught him there.
Same spot.
Vicious ground and pound by Mighty Mouse.
Same way.
Only there, Benavidez is completely unconscious.
And that was round 1.
Yeah.
Not even halfway through. Mighty Mouse, man, he's a killer. I hope he becomes a champion and won. That would be huge.
He's got the title fight coming up in March, doesn't he?
I think it's April. Let's check that out.
It's one of the two.
Moraes versus Johnson. April 11th. It's coming
in
up.
China.
Yeah. Oh
No
boy,
less.
that's gonna get.
It's gonna be a loud stadium.
They're gonna move it though.
You think? Oh yeah, because of the coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
You hear they're stop. They might. The Summer Olympics might not even happen.
That was supposed to be in Japan, right?
Yeah, that still might not even happen.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, how many? There's like 80-something thousand cases right now.
Yeah, that brings an interesting factor into combat sports and hosting it in other countries.
I don't know how you do. Yeah, over 80,000 cases, almost 90,000. First U.S. case, or our first U.S. death finally happened. Washington State.
Yeah.
They need to get that shit under control.
Like every year or so, we got a new disease to worry about. Before it was Ebola, and then before that was swine
Nothing really
flu.
came out of Ebola though.
Yeah.
I mean, or swine flu, but I mean, in 1920, the Spanish flu wiped out over 100 million people. That was just 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean,
that's crazy to think about.
I wonder if coronavirus is going to have the same effect.
Oh, there's that
There's that front kick.
Ankalov front kick we were
Longiambula.
bombed. Just the sound that came off of that one.
Oh, yeah. We'll get some volume on that because I want to hear it. Oh, it's like a piece of wood breaking.
Piece of wood breaking, or imagine an NFL punter
Kicking a
Kicking
football.
a football.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I imagine. Just the sound that comes off of it. It was so vicious. You can hear the brain smack off the back of his skull. That's how vicious it was. That's how loud it was.
Well, imagine if Ankalaev landed that on Kuchalava. Like, look what the fucking Longiambula is so much bigger than, like, both of them in terms of, like, just sheer, like, body size. Well, I mean, Ankalaev's taller, but Longiambula looks way more jacked.
He's massive, yeah.
I mean, if Ankalaev lands an or front kick like that against Kuchalava, he's going out just as fast as Longiambula.
And you can hear and you can see the brain shut off for Longiambula. You can just see the point
So
where it's
quick.
just like, all right, I'm gonna go home now.
Oh,
I'm checking out.
that might have been smoother than Anderson Silva's against
It was
Vitor.
much smoother than Anderson Silva's. I'd argue to say it was so much faster. But it's the one, of course, because of who.
Who was against?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not only that, but it's Ankalov and it's Anderson Silva. When you walk up to somebody on the street and ask them who both these guys are, the majority of people are gonna know who Anderson Silva is.
Yeah.
Because again, he's one of those guys that was the face of the UFC for a while. He's like a Chuck Liddell or a Conor McGregor. He was the face for a good bit. Whereas Ankalaev, to most people, he's nobody.
Just for now. Just
For
wait.
now, yeah, he could storm through the light heavyweight division.
He'll be the first person to finish John Jones.
He could, yeah, front kick John Jones right in the head, send him right out of the ring,
dude,
right out of the octagon.
That'd be nuts. Well, that's been Chattin' Action, episode number 2, UFC Fight Night 169, Benavidez versus Figueredo. Figueredo taking the win, but no title.
Pretty good. Our first half title fight.
It was fun.
No champion. It was definitely fun.
All finishes.
All the fights went quickly. None of them went to the third round.
Not a single one.
Not a single one. 2 of them went to the second round.
So 6 rounds altogether, or 7 rounds. Yeah, 7 rounds altogether. Jesus.
Yeah, that was all she took for this UFC event. Yeah, still good UFC event. I think there's a good takeaway from this. I think we'll see a lot of people move up in their respective divisions. We'll see Felicia move up in her division.
Hopefully a rematch against Anderson is in the works, or something big.
Yeah, Felicia Spencer will move up. Ankalaev will definitely move up.
Hopefully
we'll probably
he's
see
ranked now.
another rematch with Cutelaba
For sure.
at some point in the future. Megan Anderson, also her stock went up. Fighting Dumont, she'll probably get a ranked fighter fight coming up next. And then Derek Minner and Grant Dawson. Derek Minner won that fight, right?
No, Dawson got him with the rear naked choke.
Oh yeah, Dawson get catch him with the rear naked choke. You're right. Yeah, Grant Dawson will move up too. He's a young guy who will move.
Excited to see him.
So a lot of people
featherweight.
move up, and we saw one division die. So that's pretty interesting.
Rip flyweight.
Rip flyweight. That's so sad. That's gonna be the title of this podcast.
Rip flyweight.
Rest in peace, flyweight. That'll be the title for this one.
Can't wait for next weekend, though. You guys got a big podcast coming up.
It's going to be long.
UFC 248.
We got to mentally prepare for that one.
Yeah, we got a lot of research to do. It's 1 week away now. Stylebender versus Romero.
I'll probably have to start tomorrow. I'll do the early prelims tomorrow, and then throughout the week, I'll be doing the prelims, and then like Friday, Saturday, I'll just do the main card.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be...
I can't wait for that.
It's going to be rough. It's going to be a fun one, though. That one's going to be a lot of fun, especially leading up to the main event.
Oh, yeah.
Versus Stylebender. We may see a new champion. This will be the actual... We'll actually get a title fight, unless one of them misses weight.
Romero might. Romero might miss weight.
He has a track record for missing weight. What the fuck?
He might miss weight.
Can none of you assholes make weight? We just want one title fight on the podcast.
You should be fighting at light heavyweight when you're the size of Romero.
Hopefully he doesn't miss weight now. Hopefully we actually have a title fight. You know, what if Izzy misses weight?
Impossible. He only walks around at like 205.
He's got such a good metabolism.
Yeah.
And
work ethic.
Yeah, he does have a good work ethic too. That's the one thing that you could take away from Izzy. Is that very good work ethic.
Yeah.
Very well. That's a lot of the guys in City Kickboxing. You know, I think. Because they said the same thing with Brad Riddell, who's also out of City. He has a very good work ethic. He's a workhorse. So, yeah, I guess who's the lead trainer for City Kickboxing?
Eugene Behrman.
Eugene Behrman. He knows how to work his fighters, but he knows how to motivate them, I guess.
Yeah, he has a good group over there.
It shows, yeah, for sure.
2 champs so far.
3rd one on the way.
Maybe.
Who knows?
In the lightweight division.
Yeah, who's
Dan Hooker.
Dan Hooker, yeah, in the lightweight. Good lord.
I doubt it though.
Yeah.
Didn't he pulled out of that Felder
didn't
fight.
He call out the title?
Poirier.
He called that Poirier?
No. Oh, sorry. Gaethje.
No, yeah, he called that Gaethje. Yeah, he called that Gaethje.
Yeah.
And then if he beats Gaethje, he'll call out a title fight.
Which is well deserved at that point.
Yeah, if he
wins.
Yeah,
sure. But I don't think he wins.
I don't think he beats Gaethje.
No, I think Gaethje puts the lights out on him.
And then Gaethje gets a title fight.
Ooh.
I say so. If he can beat Dan Hooker, another ranked guy, I think Gaethje's next in line.
That'd be dope. Love to see that. I don't know. We don't make the rules or the fights.
We just watch them.
We just make the bullshit commentary. Follow us on Twitter, Chat in Action, Instagram, Chat in Action, YouTube. You're already here, probably. Chat in Action. Listen
That's
to.
probably where most of our viewers are going to be from, is YouTube.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You can follow us through Google Music, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker,
Spotify.
Spotify.
That's weird to say.
Why? What is
Spotify. For a podcast?
Yeah.
That seems odd. That seems more like a
Like a show.
music thing, or
Maybe.
I guess so. What else you got on there?
Anchor. You can see us on there, or listen to us rather, in Radio Public. All shows will be live at 9, or not 9, but on Sunday. I don't know why I started saying a time, like specifically. Oh, come see us at this time. No, Sunday mornings probably it'll be live.
We're not doing live shows yet.
Not yet. Soon. Eventually.
Maybe one day we'll have it on video too, but
we'll see.
Remains to be seen.
Yeah, just for now. You got us here, so make sure you follow us. We'll release once a week, eventually more once we dive into some other franchises, whether it's Bellator, Glory
Kickboxing,
Ryzen.
Yeah, we should try and delve more into. I really want to delve into Glory. I want to know who's running through that, because I see some highlights on Instagram a lot. Man, there's some crazy.
That's some high caliber kickboxing.
Mm-hmm.
Which I really want to get familiar with and start checking out. But that's all from us for tonight. Tune back in next week where we watch
Yoel Romero take off the head of Stylebender. No, I'm kidding.
Better be.
I think Stylebender takes it.
Well, I hope so. But that's it. Take care. Good night.
Good night.
And goodbye.